Hi guys, welcome back. Today I've got quite a bit of leftover resin. I don't really want to put it on any other acrylic pours because most of the pours are either used silicone in and I can't quite get rid of the top layer of surface without damaging the acrylic pour. But it's not all to waste. I do have this silicone bowl which I'm some leftover skins from pretty much all my acrylic pours from today all the way back to when I started because I just like to keep everything. So what I'm going to start with is just by pouring some in. I won't have enough for this whole silicone thing for the silicone circle, but it's just a start, isn't it? And to be honest, it's just something I can keep on adding to as I go along. Because some of these skins are actually really interesting, but I just don't know what to use them in. Not all of them are silicone either, some of them are actually resin, which I've kept throughout the years. So we're just going to put a load in and make a composition. Because it's a lot. The problem is with some of them, they're a bit too bent to use. Like, I don't know what's going on with this bit. Put that one on top. Good thing about this is that if I don't like the design after the first layer, I can just add to it. Because, like I said before, I won't have enough resin for the whole petri dish. So any leftovers that I'll have, I can just add in. So far I've just been adding in bits of resin because I've got quite a lot of it because I did a lot of experiments with using eyeshadow palettes. But I can always go in and add in a bit of bits of acrylic skins just to brighten up some bits of areas. And to break up some rather dramatic areas. I would like to put this in, but I think it's a bit too dramatic. There's some really funky acrylic skins that I would like to use. That are just a little bit too big or wide to cut down, and for them to be used appropriately within mixed media pieces. I'm just going to use the hairdryer to get rid of any bubbles and to make it more liquidy. So here's your heat gun warning. Just going to pop the rest in. gently push down so that some of the resin go on top of it. Okay, that should do it. Just going to turn the resin cup upside down now. So any leftover resin will just go onto the baking paper and react with the acrylic pours that we've got. I did get rid of quite a lot of the resin skins that I had left over in my bag. It's nowhere near enough the amount I want to get rid of, but obviously this is probably the first layer. I am going to be compacting them in quite well, but also consider the composition because there's so many different vibrant colours in here and different marks. A lot of these are just kind of floating around, or there's one or two that are directional and have a bit of texture in them, but it's pretty much to do with layers. I don't think I will be using as much resin each and every time. I'll probably just be using some that's been left over because it's one of those things I don't want it to be wasted, because resin is very expensive when I do my any type of resin art, or if I seal an acrylic pour, I just don't want to waste any because it is very expensive. But because it is the very start of it, it will gradually change. You'll only be able to see certain parts that I want to see. A lot of the concentration is more towards this side on the left, and it's very concentrated in this section, whereas this one's a bit more freer. And I have got bits that are layered up on top of each other, so hopefully that will create a bit of sense of depth, because resin has a very good way of doing that. But in the meantime, I'm just going to let this dry and we'll come back and then add to it. But I will link you to the complete series once I've done them in the comment section below, in the description box, if you want to check those out. If you want to see any of the eyeshadow pours, I will leave them in the description box as well. But for now, thank you guys for watching. I will see you for part 2, and I shall see you guys later. Bye.